Hi guys, this is Carly here. Today I'm going to talk about Resident Evil, the games. Just the games today, just the games. By the end of this video, I hope to have all 6 games in a nice, neat row of what I like best and what I like worst about them. So, for example, if I were to say the best Resident Evil game is Resident Evil 3, then that would be number 1 on my list. But I'm going to have a little spiel about every single one, and then I'm going to line them up in a row and hope this doesn't take 10 minutes. Very sorry if it does, but if you don't know what Resident Evil is, play the games. They're fantastic, and I love them. So as we go on, let's go. Okay, so Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 I really liked. We came across Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, and Wesker. 3 very, very, very important characters that will go on to, if not 2 or 3 more games, or maybe more. These 3 characters find themselves in a mansion, and it's terrifying, and this is the first sign of zombies. This is far before the Raccoon City incident and all of that, but this is a very interesting game with the fact that it was one of the first zombie games out there. It was the game that kind of brought the thought of zombies. Maybe it could happen, maybe it couldn't, or zombies in nightmares because it became a realistic aspect. This game was the first game I played. Fantastic game. Great mood, great, the playability at the time was fantastic. I remember playing it for hours on end and finishing the campaign. Fantastic game. Anyways, Resident Evil 2, the second game. We came across Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield's sister from the first game, and Sherry Birkin. Sherry Birkin didn't come in until later, but Leon S. Kennedy, anyways, is a cop that, on his first day at being a cop, a real cop, a zombie apocalypse happens at Raccoon City. Raccoon City is the first wide-range exposure of the virus. It is a very interesting plot, and it sets up for the next few games. It shows how actually big the Raccoon City, this incident was. It's not just a mansion anymore. It's a gigantic city that this virus was in. Fantastic game. Third game, we come across Jill Valentine from the first game and several other characters that actually won't show up in the next few games. But Jill Valentine actually survived the first game, so she's now in Raccoon City when the Raccoon City incident is going on, and she's being chased by this creature. It's the first time you see this creature, but she was part of a STARS unit, Special Tactics and Assistance something or other. But this unit that she was also part of with Chris and Wesker from the first game. But anyways, this creature is hunting down STARS members for some reason. I'm not going to tell you why, but yes, for some reason it is hunting her down and other STARS members. But anyways, fantastic game, great playability. It actually just got, no, it didn't actually, never mind. But fantastic game nonetheless. Resident Evil 4. We found ourselves in Spain with Leon S. Kennedy. Actually, side note, tangent a little bit actually. Why is it Leon S. Kennedy and not just Leon Kennedy? If somebody has an answer to that question, go ahead and tell me. I'm a little confused and I hate Googling things. So please go ahead and tell me. Comments down below. Anyways, you find yourself in Spain. You have been asked by the president of Leon Kennedy has been asked by the president of the United States to find his daughter, who has been kidnapped by a group of people. I won't go any more than that. A group of people that have been around the virus, the zombie virus, and you've been asked to do this because of your experience in Raccoon City. Game goes on. No. Oh, by the way, Ada Wong. This is the second time you see Ada Wong. Ada Wong is a kind of an outskirts character that you see in most of the games, except for a couple of them. But you can't really ever tell if she's good or she's bad, but she helps you at points. And she and Leon have a thing, sort of, so you'll keep on seeing her throughout the rest of the games. Anyways, fantastic game. Loved playing it. By the way, great, fantastic voice acting in all these games. I really liked the voice acting. I don't know if you've ever played a game where they have really terrible voice acting. The rest of the game might be great, but if the voice acting's not there, then you can't believe it's an actual character, it's an actual person. So, great voice acting, love it. Anyways, on to next game. Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 was known for the terrible computer that you had. Her name was Shiva. You played this game as Chris Redfield, which you haven't actually seen since Resident Evil 1. So, this is the first time you've seen him. But I didn't really like this game very much. It had a really good horror aspect to it, and that's how these games are supposed to be set up, like a horror survival game, sort of. But other than that, I didn't really like it. It was too bland of a color. It's set in Africa, of all places, and the country, whatever country in Africa that you're in, I can't even remember what it was, but whatever country you're in is going through a upheaval. A brand new government's going on, but this virus has been set out. This is the first time you hear that the virus is actually being used as a terrorist weapon. Terrorists have started to get a hold of it and started to use it on certain places in the world. It's being used in Africa at this point, and so you go through this game, and there's new mutations and new weapons. It's actually a really good game for bringing new things into it, but the gameplay, the story wasn't that great. This game, not going to be my favorite, but still loved it. Still a good game, but not my favorite out of the Resident Evil. Resident Evil 6. I played the shit out of this game. It just came out in October, and I played it so many times. Out of all the Resident Evil games, I played it the most. It's got 4 different campaigns on it. Fantastic game. You can play either as Leon and Helena. Leon from 2 and 4, and 6, I guess. You first find them in the White House, of all places. Yeah, the White House. They're trying to rescue the president. And then the second campaign you can choose is Jake and Sherry. Sherry is from the second game. You haven't seen her since the second game. She was a 12-year-old girl or 11-year-old girl at that point. This is 10 years later, and she's an agent for the United States of America. You find both of them in a European country. Jake is a mercenary at this time, and she's trying to find him. she finds him, and the story goes on. Third campaign is Chris Redfield from first game and fifth game. He and Pierce, his partner, they're in a group called the BSAA, Bioterrorism Prevention Squad or something like that. But this group has been made by the United Nations to fight terrorist attacks on that level. Yeah, fantastic game. I love this game so much. If you play through all three of these campaigns, then you unlock Ada Wong's campaign, which Ada Wong's campaign is just basically showing up in between all three of these campaigns and helping these people. These campaigns all intersect between themselves, so it's actually quite interesting to see how they intersect, how they help each other, and how they come in contact with each one of them. Fantastic games, love these games. Anyways, on to the finale of all 6 of these games. Okay, my first choice, the best game is Resident Evil 6. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 6. And then Resident Evil 2. And then Resident Evil 3. No, Resident Evil 1. Then Resident Evil 3. And then Resident Evil 4. And then Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 is my last. Okay, let's go through these again because that was terrible. Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5. Those were my favorite to least favorite of the Resident Evil series. If you have any comments, comment, give me a suggestion for my next video. Sorry this is such a really long video. Love you guys, and I'll see you again next week.